Hello, I'm Dan Meyer from K-Park's Dan Meyer Auto Rebuild. We are a collision shop in Tacoma, Washington, and I'm a co-owner with Sue Meyer, and we've been in business since 1946. In 1946, K-Park's started downtown, and then he moved up here. He had the opportunity to buy the property where we're located today in 1968. And then him and his wife run the business until 1984, and they wanted to retire. So they gave the opportunity to myself and my wife, Sue, to buy the business, and that's what we did. And in 1987, we remodeled the facility, and also in 97 to upgrade our facility and to make it the facility that we are today, with 13,000 square feet to accommodate our square footage with the technology that we needed for today's cars. So that's what we're doing. The cars have changed today, and about 15 years ago is what we really seen it with the computers on board. Approximately the average car has 62 computers and relays and to run the cars, and especially your hybrids and your electric cars. You know, the Prius is a common name, and the Volt, the electric car. And we have to send our technicians to factory schools and iCar and keep them up to date. And so when we work on your car today, and obviously we want to work on your car tomorrow, so we have to stay on top of that. And we appreciate the training that we do get from the factories in iCar, and we send our technicians because our employees are our best asset that the company has. And so we want to be here for you. We're a neighborhood shop. We're not a mega shop, and we're not multiple shop owners. And we're proud of that. We're proud of being part of the neighborhood, and we want to be that part. So that's what we are today. We have universal training, which is called iCar, and it's automotive training throughout the industry. It's a standard that the industry has itself, and then you have the factory trained certifications. And for example, we're Jaguar certified in aluminum repair, and that's an example. And then we also have the refinish end of it. You know, like we use DuPont paint here, and we're certified in that, and we're certified in Honda, you know, to repair the vehicles that we have today and that people need. But we also specialize in the customers. We work on all types of cars, and we want to take care of not only the customer but the family of the customers that we have. And you know, we're here year after year and generation after generation, and that's what we look forward to, and that's what our future is, and we're here to help them. On our paint side, we use DuPont products that we talked about before, and they're real good. Their support and education that they provide to our painters is excellent. And it's been a great partnership over the years with DuPont. And one of the reasons for that is the type of paints that we use in the VOCs levels that we can spray. Some of the VOCs that emit from the spraying process, we're trying to reduce those VOCs over the years, and we've gone to different technologies to do that. And so we have to train our employees, and that happens like 3 or 4 times a year that we do send them to school, and or the training on site. Or we've also hosted for other collision shops in our area to come, and we put on a class here. Bruce, our production manager, has put on a ranged class for that training for other shops. So we try to be involved in our community and in our industry to give back. So that's what we do. As we said before, our employees are our best asset that we have as a shop, and one of the things that we are involved with, obviously, is in the body shop end of it, and actually metal working on the vehicles, is that we just upgraded to an electronic measuring system for the frame of the cars and the unitized body that we have today. And we obviously within 3 millimeters tolerance, That's not very much variance, and so that we can have a correct wheel alignment, the hood fits, the doors shut, that type thing. But also, we've upgraded to a new welder that actually analyzes the steel, and what it does is that before we make that weld, it actually analyzes the steel. It tells us whether we're working on a Honda or a Ford or Jaguar or a Lexus. It actually will tell us what the steel is made of, whether it's ultra high strength steel or high strength steel, and it'll make the weld accordingly after it analyzes it. So it's very expensive equipment and very modern, and so we can repair and weld your vehicle and put it back to factory specifications. The real benefit to having an educated workforce and also the modern equipment that we use is to put back the car into pre-loss condition. And that's very important to us, and as an owner, as I look forward to repairing the cars as if it was my car and my family in that car. So I want to produce a consistent, safe product for the consumer. And that's what I look forward to, and that's what the shop stands for, and to protect the consumer and give them a quality repair at the end of the line. Sometimes the costs even surprise myself. We had a customer come down from Seattle with his Aston Martin and a couple years ago, and it was a great car, beautiful car, and we basically put a front bumper cover on it, a right front headlight, and a fender. And the headlight itself surprised me at the cost. It's $2,600 for this headlight. And that didn't include the bulb. The bulb was an extra $200. So by the time we got done, the bill was like for $15,000 to put on this bumper cover, a headlight, and a right front fender. So just today, this morning, matter of fact, Sandy works here in the office, justifying an invoice for a clip, a little plastic clip, and it was $46. Just for a generic clip for a generic car. So the costs are, sometimes overwhelming. But good thing for insurance. In today's market, there's a lot of different cars, and we seem to get a new manufacturer into the country. Just about every 2 years, there's a new type of car that's out. But we specialize in customers versus the car brand itself. So we work on a lot of different customers' cars, and whether it's a Toyota, Chevrolet, or Ford, or Lexus, Jaguars. So we want to take care of the customer as a family. And that's so important to us, being a neighborhood shop. But we don't work on your Ferrari.
I have a Jag.
As we said before, one of our greatest assets is our employees. Some of our employees have been with us a long time. Probably the average employee stays here 15 to 20 years, and some of longer. Our biggest problem is some of them retire. We have a gentleman retired after 25 years, another gentleman after 26 years, one at 30 years, and one at 34 years. And we still have some people who have been here over 20 years, and 10 years, and 11 years. And that's great. That means that obviously they like the neighborhood, they like the shop, and they do a great job, and we try to provide a quality employment scene for them. But also, the only problem with that is I'm still working here. I haven't retired yet. So we even had a detail person, Ron, that worked with us for 9 years. Did an excellent job, and so they like to stay. One of the being a neighborhood shop, we get a lot of unusual requests, and one time a few years ago, one of our loyal customer family lives on the north end here, and they live in a historical house, and he brought in this toilet seat for us to paint. It was a wooden toilet seat, and obviously probably 100 years old, and I looked at it, and he set it on the counter, and I had to look at it a couple times, and it was, one thing for him to ask and us accept it, but it was another thing to go back and ask the painter to actually paint this toilet seat. So I hesitated a little bit, but obviously I took it in, and obviously I asked, and the painters accommodated me, and which was great, and so we gave it back to the customer. And so then what happened is about a week later he came back and he says, there's a bump on the, when I sit on the toilet seat, there's a bump on the, there's a bump in the paint. And I says, wow, so not only did we have to take it back and take care of the bump, but it's one thing to paint the toilet seat, it's another thing to get a comeback on a toilet seat. In 1965, I was going to college and I needed a job, and so I started sweeping floors at night for a local shop owner. He was a great guy, great family guy, and then I worked for him for 18 years. And so then I started working in the office, and then I had the opportunity to come over here, and Sue and I bought this business. It was a great business, great neighborhood business in 1984, and that's how I got into it, and that's where I'm at today.
Hi, I'm Bruce Frazier. I'm the operations manager at K Park Meyer Auto Rebuild. I've been employed here for 22 years. It's a great family environment, great place to work. I enjoy it very much. As operations manager at K Park Meyer Auto Rebuild, I oversee daily operations with the technicians. I have a right-hand person in Sandy Harder. She's been here also for 20 years coming up. She oversees almost everything in the office, so we work together to run the daily operations. I assign technicians jobs. I do supplements. I write estimates on a daily basis. I also help answer phones, greet customers when they come in the front door. We have a great team in the office, so we all work together and cross-train together to help each other. And the technicians do a good job to follow up with us on the shop floor. On a day-to-day basis, Dan Meyer, the owner, and myself share the estimates. I go to lunch at 12 to 1, and Dan will write all the estimates at lunch, and he writes quite a few of the estimates out in the lot on the towing. Most of the estimates that come through the door, I'll take care of those, and take care of all the supplements on a day-to-day basis for the guys in the shop. Supplements include ordering extra parts, additional damage, processing through the insurance company, and making sure the adjuster and the insurance company are on board with any changes we make to the original estimate. That takes a lot of time to put all that together for any additional damages, along with the day-to-day basis of the estimates, which once again Dan and I share that responsibility. So, on a day-to-day basis, we get a lot of questions from the consumer about the insurance companies. We work with all major insurance companies, and one of the most frequently asked questions is, do I have to go to a specific shop? In Washington, you go to any shop that you would like, repair facility, mechanical or collision related, and have your car repaired. So if you have your favorite shop, K Park Meyer Auto Rebuild, and you'd like to have your car repaired there, it does not matter what insurance company you have, you're welcome to come here and have your car repaired. We work with all major insurance companies. One of the nice things about K Park Meyer Auto Rebuild is it's always been a family-run shop. Kay and Marianne ran the shop from 1946 to 1984, and Dan and Sue Meyer bought the shop from Kay and Marianne. And one of the nice things that I've seen over my career is Kay Parks, who's 91 and still around, has always been a very good friend with Dan Meyer. They seem to go out to lunch about every other Wednesday together. It's been a real nice experience for me to grow up in the building and see that friendship and want to be part of that. Once again, I've worked here for 22 years and I've grown up here myself, and I really, really enjoy the people aspect of this business.